We have with us Attorney Tony Viña, convener of Movement Against Disinformation, joining us live via Zoom. Attorney, thank you for joining us once again.
Good morning.
Good morning. Morning to both of you.
Yes,
Pastro pala kayo, parang law firm.
Attorney, parang nakita natin lahat yung very heated tri-committee hearing, no? What are your takeaways on that recent hearing on fake news?
First, those that disseminate, I call it disinformation because pag sinabi mo fake news, parang, di ba, oxymoron yun. There's no such thing. That what is fake is not news, di ba? So, those disseminating disinformation should be held liable and accountable. So, that's the first principle. So, it's good that you have these hearings. Number two, of course, there's freedom of speech. And the only limitation to freedom of speech is clear and present danger. When the speech creates a danger to anyone or to the state, that is very serious. That's why red tagging is not protected, according to the Supreme Court, by freedom of speech. Because when you red tag someone, you threaten that person of even death, of an extrajudicial killing, of an attack. When you use misogynistic words, as we are seeing now with some of our politicians, that can be stopped by the COMELEC. You can be disqualified because that causes immediate harm to women, for example. And we have seen how much misogyny has caused harm in the Philippines. But criticism of the government, that is not, that is protected speech. That's the highest form of speech. But third, and I wanna address the last segment of that report. The social media platforms, they're not media platforms. They're not journalistic. They're not newspapers. They're not TV stations. They're not radio stations. They're not protected by freedom of the press. They're commercial entities making money out of this information. So they should be held liable and accountable for any disinformation that they allow in their platform. And again, the same rule, if it's just like, a person tweeting or posting to 50 followers, no harm. But if you're posting to hundreds of thousands that the president is snorting cocaine, you have to be liable for that. If you allow someone to do that, then the the social media platform, who is not media, that's also a wrong term to use. They're businesses making money. Let's stress that, and therefore they have to be held accountable for that.
Okay.
Yeah, Attorney, before I turn it over to Angel, just a question about the exchange between Congressman Abante and si Joy Cruz, no? Kasi they were debating about freedom of speech and expression. Ngayon, ang kiniklaim kasi ni Joy Cruz, kahit yung pagmumura niya at pag-threat niya na pagsampalin daw sa mukha ni Congressman Abante is a freedom over expression daw. Ano yung takeaway mo dito?
As a rule, criticizing the government or a government person, especially a high official, is the highest form of protected speech. Ang dahilan po dyan, it might be, di ba, it might be immoral, it might be wrong, but ang bottom line is, we should be able to say anything about our officials. Kasi ang higher value dito is that we should not be afraid to criticize the government, or government officials. Early case of U.S. versus Bustos, no? Early in the 19th century pa yan, Justice George Malcolm dito sa Pilipinas. Sabi niya, pwedeng mali, pwedeng nagkukos siya ng konsumisyon, ng galit sa official, but wag tayo maging onion skin. So yun ang sinasabi ko, Congressman Abante, wag ka lang maging onion skin sa ganong klaseng mga comments, di ba? Ang sagot kasi doon, hindi pagmumura din. Ang pagsagot doon, bakit mo sinabi yon? Di ba? Tama ka ba sa sinabi mo yan? bad speech is always countered by good speech.
Yeah.
Yun yung ano doon eh. Yun yung principle doon. Pag government people ang involved, pag government agency ang involved,
Yeah.
Okay.
So parang it's a matter of do not raise your voice but raise your argument.
exactly.
Diba?
Yan ang sagot dapat doon ng ni ano Abante because ang lumabas tuloy parang pata sila, di ba?
Yeah.
They were like both kids.
Yeah. So parang
Children.
oo.
Nagtatantrum, di ba?
Exactly.
When what would have done was Congressman Abante would have shown how absurd this influencer is, di ba? How wrong she was. Yun ang dapat. Hindi na, murahin mo ako, murahin kita. Sampalin mo ako, sampalin kita. Edi, he went lower, as low as the person, di ba? That ano, I always criticize the government, by the way, but I would never call a government official names. I would never curse anyone, di ba?
Right.
Because that doesn't really raise the argument.
Kasi parang ang nangyari nga daw yesterday is more of like personal agenda na naghihingahan na sila ng mga sama ng loob nila sa isa't isa. But anyway, my question po to you, attorney, is that where do we draw the line in terms of accountability of the social media platforms? During the hearing yesterday, there was an heated exchange actually, or not naman exchange, pero yung sa side po ng congressman in terms of asking a representative from Meta on their accountability sa kanilang social media platform. And the representative from Meta, I think said na, 'di ba, parang the sole responsibility is the users is on the users end. Your thoughts on that po?
That is simply silly, no? Kasi business ito eh. Diba, business ito. They have the responsibility, diba, to not allow their platform to be used against other people, diba?
Correct, yes.
You know, I love Facebook, Instagram, no, but not for politics because it's really a very bad platform for politics, for social issues. It's good for family reunions, for class reunions, di ba? Pero hindi sila kumikita kasi dyan, di ba? Kumikita sila pag may nagmumura. Kumikita sila, di ba, pag may nag-aaway, di ba? We should stop them from earning. Yun ang algorithm eh. The algorithm helps raises posts that are bad for human beings or bad for society. So dapat bayaran nila yon, di ba? They should pay for that. They should pay for those who they damage or injured. Hindi sila neutral.
Yeah.
No, it's not a neutral. It's ang Meta is a bazooka, di ba? It's a tank. It's a nuclear missile. If you have 1 million followers, Meta is Facebook is di ba? It's a nuclear bomb. If you have 500,000, it's it's an F-16 fighter, di ba? If you have 500 to 1,000, maybe it's an Armalite, di ba? So no, we should not accept that. Sa US, because daw it's they were able to lobby, wala silang liability, which I hope the US will change. Pero sa atin, may liability sila. We don't necessarily have to change a law. They are liable for what is posted in their platform.
Right. Kasi ang nangyayari daw...
Hindi liability dapat.
Yeah.
Wala nang dahil immediate.
Right.
Ang liability.
Oo, attorney, kasi nangyayari daw, if you, let's say, for example, report a video na talagang nagsispread ng fake news, within 6 to 24 hours pa yung action ng isang social media platform, which
not
already
favorable,
nag-proliferate na yung yung fake news.
Yeah.
First 10 hours pa lang, wala na. But I will even tell you, kasi I do this quite a lot already. Do this quite a lot for my clients. Ano yung mga nire-red tag na clients? Swerte ka na sa 6 to 24 hours or 48 hours. Sometimes weeks bago nila aksyonan,
Bago
di ba?
mapansin, no?
So yeah, really, dapat immediate ang liability kasi kung bibigyan mo sila ng window na ganyan, di ba? And by the way, they're able to afford it. Kaya nilang magbayad ng moderators na 24/7, di ba? At sa Pilipinas, unfortunately, mura na naman yung moderators, di ba? maybe daily wage lang yan or double the daily wage, di ba? They can afford tens of thousands of moderators
That's
who can
right.
right away notice na, oy, this is disinformation or this is hateful, di ba?
Yeah.
And and may context yan eh. As I said, kung ikaw, 10 lang yung followers mo, bayaan ka na, di ba? Pero kung may threshold, what? 1,000? Certainly, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, immediate dapat ang pull down.
Yes.
Kasi the harm is ano, di ba?
Yes.
It's immediate also.
Mas
And
severe.
extent.
Yeah, mas severe ang harm pag madami. But then,
Yes,
attorney,
of course, yeah.
the question is, how then should we engage with Meta and these other platforms like ByteDance in terms of ensuring like content that comes out is safe, no? Some have suggested maybe we treat them like a streaming platform, maybe like Netflix and HBO Max na, di ba, if they put in content sa kanila, automatic, pwede ireklamo kung hindi akma ang content sa isang grupo o sa isang edad or age group, it can be taken down, pwede sila idemanda. So, yung mga streaming platforms are very wary of what to put on their site. Ganun po dapat not censure, but itrato ang Meta.
Yes, definitely. Ako, I'm not in favor of government defining disinformation and regulating disinformation with individuals, no? Or with the press for that matter. But social media, totally for it ako. Di ba? Kasi negosyo yan eh. Di ba? Negosyo yan eh. Of course, very important na ipaparegister mo sila sa Pilipinas, di ba? Ang claim ng Meta, from my experience, is hindi sila registered sa Pilipinas. Di ba?
Yes.
Yung mismo naglalagay ng content.
That's
Di ba? They should not be allowed to operate in the Philippines unless they're also registered in the country. Di ba? Dito ata ang alam ko dito, they just sell basically ads in the Philippines.
That's right,
no?
yes.
But immediate dapat ang ano nila, no? So no love lost ako. I will defend your right as media people to free press, individual rights to press freedom, to freedom of expression, and as long as walang clear and present danger. But Meta, TikTok, YouTube, di ba? They are businesses. They're big tech. They're adults. They have a lot of money. You can make them liable. You can fine them. They can be told to pay the damage that they cause.
Right.
And they can pay for the means to stop the disinformation.
That's right.
Kaya nila. May pera sila eh.
Alright.
Kaya nila to stop the disinformation.
That's right.
Okay po. Alright, once again, thank you so much for your time, Attorney Tony Viña, convener of Movement Against Disinformation. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.